Okay, so you can only have one power, and so if you eat the next fruit,
you just die.
Mostly, like in the regular lore, you would die.
Yes.
Okay. What are the other drawdowns to eating a fruit?
All right, good question. There's certain specific disadvantages to eating a fruit. The first one is that you cannot swim. It's just, there's some talk about
I know that
like
in seawater they can't swim, but
yes,
can they?
I don't know
Can
about
they
if
swim
it's
in
just,
a pool?
I think
Would they drown in a
because they've been
bathtub?
we've seen characters in an onsen. Like in the bath, like in the hot spring, and
They're fine.
They're fine. They're not melting or like.
So it's just the sea.
It's the sea water and sea that gets you that weak. Also, there's the Vegapunk guy, the scientist, created a way of getting that energy into metals and stone. So there are some people that have weapons made out of this material. So when they use it on users, it's like the sea itself is touching them and stuff like that. They also use them as bad
handcuffs.
As the sea, or is it?
Yes, it's as bad as the sea. So if they wore the handcuffs for long enough, would they die?
No, you don't. You die. They die in the sea because they drown, not because the sea takes away their power too much. Okay. They just can't swim. If they have it on all the time, it's just that they're weak all the time. And it's not just that it takes the power away. It makes you.
Would that make you
weak?
Weak. So it's
like it's literally
less
you cannot
being regular human.
It's you're like all the characters we see with those are like very like suffering it. Like for example, there's this. I'm gonna put it right here. When Luffy fights with Smoker, he uses a yute, which is called it's a weapon. It's a metal weapon. Like I'll put it right here, right there. All right. So he fights with those, and Luffy finds out that that's when he finds out that there's things that can make him weak. But Luffy doesn't think about this thing, so it's just us realizing it. But they also use them in handcuffs to get the pirates and stuff like that, or anyone else that they want to control with that and make them weaker. But this only works with devil fruit users.
So this is kryptonite.
It's the kryptonite, like literally. Because if you don't have a disadvantage, then it would be just too OP. It would be just, oh, you get a fruit and you get to do everything else. Then how do I defeat you? You know, like there always has to be a workaround, a superpower. Right. You know? That's just the way it is. You know, like because if Superman didn't have kryptonite,
even the gods die.
Even gods die. Yeah. I mean,
they all have kryptonite.
They all have a weakness. So yeah, so that's the disadvantages of having a devil fruit, which are like in the world that is full of water, in the world that it's flooded, literally flooded.
Right, and we don't see airplanes and stuff.
No, we see like air balloons and what are those called that are like air balloons but with engines?
Blimps.
Yes. There's some blimps and stuff like that, but there's no planes. There's no specific way of traveling through the air for the masses.
Okay.
So now, fruits have 3 different kinds. There is Paramecia, there is Zoan, and there is Logia. Paramecia lets you control things, specific things with your body or your surroundings or others. There is, like, for example, there's this guy that can turn...
Which one is Luffy? Which one?
Luffy is a Zoan.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
Because at the beginning we think he's Paramecia because we think that his body acts like rubber and stuff like that. So we think like it's a Paramecia thing.
Okay.
Then we figure that out later.
What characters are Paramecia?
There's some characters that are Paramecia that we know. Like for example, Bellamy is a Paramecia. He has the spring fruit, so he gets to make springs out of his body. Like he could do it on his arms and his legs. And we see it when he fights Luffy the first time, right there, or the whole screen. I don't know. The thing is that we see it there. Then we have Doflamingo, who is a warlord of the sea. Doflamingo has the string fruit, and this fruit lets him like do strings and control strings, but they also have the power of controlling others. But he can also, and that's the thing about the fruits too. Is the interesting part is that every user uses the fruit in a different way than the last one.
What's Buggy?
Buggy has the slice fruit. Slice fruit. That means that
Paramecia?
That is a Paramecia. Yes.
Okay.
So you cannot cut him. It means that if you cut him, he just puts himself together. There's no way of cutting him. I think if you cut him with Haki, you would kill him because Haki goes over that stuff. Oh yeah, see, that's another disadvantage to fruit users. Haki, which we will talk about in a different video because it's a whole other world of explanation. Haki can nullify devil fruit powers, and it's about the will and how strong your will is.
Oh, that was what the Shanks used on the fish.
Yes, the big fish. He turned around, big look, fish runs away. Haki.
Okay.
It's all about will. We'll talk about it in a different video. So that's
you think that came from like Hara? Like that's Japanese too, right?
From what?
Like they say that your
yeah, it all of this is attached to
power comes like that. Your
from within your center Hara, or whatever. Like, I don't know if it's that. I haven't read anything about that, but maybe. I don't know what it's based on. I think it's just based on willpower.
So what kind of fruit did Chopper eat?
He ate the Zoan. All right, so we'll get to that. Okay. We know Paramecia. Paramecia that means just like weird things stuff with your body. It's just weird stuff with your body, like weird stuff with your body and with others.
Okay.
Now,
wait, what?
Or you can also have other because there's one power, for example, that slows down people. There's this guy that ate the I can't remember what the name is, but he can shoot a ray that slows down people. If you get hit by that, you go in slow motion.
And that's Paramecia too.
Like you start like just like it's a whole. I'll put a video here too about that. It's a funny arc.
So the wax guy was Paramecia.
Yes, too. Mr. 3, it's a Paramecia because he doesn't turn his body into wax. He can only control it.
Okay,
that's Paramecia.
Oh, so if he could even go into wax, no, but it was
he cannot. His body is not. He's not an element.
Okay,
he can be touched. He can be punched. But yes.
Okay.
So that's Paramecia. Now Zoan. Zoans are the
Zoan.
As Zoan.
Zoan.
Z.
Oh, okay. Yes. Zoan.
Z.
Yes. Zoan.
Yeah, you gotta buzz it. Z. All right. So the Zoans are the ones that turn to animals, or in Chopper's case, he turned into a human. But there are theories about this stuff too, about Chopper's fruit, that are saying that he ate, and this is the other part too. Zoans can be just regular animals, like we saw Dalton. How do you say Dalton? Dalton.
Dalton.
We saw Dalton in the One Piece live action that turned into a bison. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's a regular Zoan. You just turn into an animal straight up. There's a middle place where you can turn half animal, half human. But so you're an
animal that can only really be hurt by sea. What? No.
You take all the qualities of the animal. So let's say you are a bison, so you're super strong in your regular form too, like because you have the fruit in you. But you can also turn in the hybrid mode, which is between human and the animal, and you can also go full animal and be a whole bison.
But like, are you a bison that can be hurt by an arrow? Like, can you?
You're just more durable because there's animals that are more durable.
Okay, but like
if let's say you're a mouse, you have the mouse power.
You don't
Someone
like you don't
on
have
you, you just
the
die.
thing that like seawater is your only weakness, though.
You are as weak as your
animal,
as the animal you become. Like, so if you become a snake and someone comes and chokes the snake,
if you were a mouse, you could get stepped on and
It's not like you're super, like you become the animal. you get the qualities
So, like,
and
there
the
might have
strengths
been, like,
and the disadvantages of the animals.
a gnat fruit and,
It could
like,
be.
someone
And someone just, or a
and then it's
mosquito
gone.
one, and someone just,
Boom. Instead of going, because that takes aim.
And then went to the next one, and they turned to that stuff. And
I mean, like, nobody talks about them because they just turn into a fruit, and
because
then
they're
someone,
inconsequential.
yeah.
There might be stuff like that we don't know about, but yeah, I think that's a good point. So Zoans have different kinds.
But are they also affected by seawater? Like,
Yes.
if you dump seawater on...
I don't know if you turn into a water animal, if you will be... I don't think we've seen anyone turning into a water animal.
Later that same evening.
No, I don't. Like...
Long pause here.
Yes.
As we both...
Let me think about it.
2 hours later.
No. We haven't seen like a shark type, or... I feel it's because it would defeat the purpose of the water thing,
Right,
being a disadvantageous.
You couldn't... Yeah.
But there are fishmen that can...
what are the fishmen? What are they? Are they real? They're just fishmen. They're they're mermaids.
It's a race. It's just a race in the world. There's different races in the world.
Right.
There's like fishmen, there's Lunarian, there's sky people, there's buccaneers,
and there's extra
mermaids,
strong too.
There's merman, there's different kind of combinations.
So there's mermaids and mermen and
fishmen. Yes, it's different.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of classification. There's another video that we could do too.
Oh, and there's giants.
Oh, the races. There's giants too. There's giants. There's all kinds of...